Hi, it's Crafty Mama, and I'm back with the Beebeecraft yarn and pom pom maker tutorial. And here is the one of the skeins of yarn I got, and here's the 4-piece pom pom set. So let me get it open. So I'm going to start with the smallest first, and you can take it apart in the middle. That's how it comes apart. That'll come in handy later on. There's little handles, and you pull out each side so it extends like that, and you can put it back together. Now I'm going to take the yarn out, and what you do is you take the curved part up and you leave a little tail on the end and you start wrapping. And you just go around and you keep wrapping, and you make sure you wrap to the end, and you just keep going, and you try to keep it straight and as neat as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, make sure you go to the end on the other side as well, and you just keep wrapping till it looks as full as you want it. But you also want it so it doesn't overlap on the bottom, and I will show you that. So I'm going to keep going here really quick and finish this one side. So as I'm showing you, it's wrapped, and you want to make sure it doesn't go over those little edges. See how I'm pushing it in? And that's what you do there. Then you're going to cut it once you got that side done as you want it. You're going to cut the end, and you're going to push it in. And then you're going to work on your next end. And you're going to do the same thing you just did to that end as well, and continue wrapping like I told you, until you get it as full as you want it. So here's my finished one, and I made sure the ends are in. Cut this little side off, and then I put it together. And now once you have it together, you're going to find that little middle part, and your scissors will fit through. At first it'll be a little hard, but just snip lightly, and then just follow the groove that's in there, and you cut all down that end, and then you go to the other side and you do the same thing. And make sure all your ends are cut. Once you're done doing this, look around each side, make sure all your ends are cut. And there you have it. Looks like a funky little yo-yo. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of string, and you're going to go right down the middle there, the part that you just cut through. And make sure you give yourself a bit of string in case you want a tail on the end of your pom-pom. And you're going to tie a little loop like that and put it as tight as you can without breaking your yarn. And you're going to do that on the other side as well. And you're going to do this a few times because you want to make sure that it doesn't come apart. And as you see, I'm going from side to side, wrapping it as tight as I can without breaking the yarn. And I just continue to do that like a few times on either side. So now that we've got it nice and tight and secure, what we're going to do is take it apart and see the little ends, the little handles there. You're going to carefully pull one end there, and you're going to pull it up gently. And you're going to do the same to the other side of that, and then you're going to turn it around and carefully do the two other ends with the handles. And then we're going to take the middle parts and we're going to pull them apart. And I'm going to put my little pom-pom maker back together so that I can set it on the side. And then I'm going to take my little pom-pom and I'm going to fluff it out a bit, get it a little fluffed out, and I'm going to cut off a couple of the stragglers. I am going to keep a couple of the long pieces of yarn on it because I might want to hang it up or use it as a dangle off my plant or something. But now we're going to give our pom-pom a haircut. Yes, he needs a haircut. He hasn't had a haircut in a while, and it's got little hairs sticking all out. So yeah, don't get too carried away though. You just want to keep cutting it so you get it nice and even as you can. It's addictive, so you can get carried away. You don't want to cut too much so you end up with no pom-pom. But you just keep going until you get it exactly as even and as fluff it out as you go, so you can see whatever little stragglers maybe you can catch. And I didn't do a whole lot because I didn't want to make it super tiny. So here's the small pom-pom using the smallest pom-pom maker in the set. I thought you might want to see the other pom-pom makers. Here's the second largest size with red yarn. Here's the size of pom-pom it makes. Here's the third size with green yarn, and I'll show you, here it is. I made that one, and of course you want to see the big daddy of them all, the largest size pom-pom maker with blue yarn, and here's how big that came out. And here's all four of the pom-poms, along with the pom-pom makers that go with them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful if you decide to go and get your own set of pom-pom makers. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching Crafty Mama. Have an awesome day. Bye.